Alright, welcome to lesson 5. For this lesson, you're going to need to make sure you go and get a ruler, like the one here. And what you're mostly going to be working with is the centimeter side, which is the side up here that has these smaller numbers. And this is the inches side. The inches measure bigger. You see a centimeter square and an inch square are two very different sizes. So you are going to be working with the centimeters, which can also be used for short. You can just say cm. And we'll get started with the problem set. So we're going to start by reading the directions for number 1. And it says, use the centimeter side of the ruler to draw in the tiles. Then skip count to find the unknown side length or area. Last is write a multiplication sentence for each tiled rectangle. So there's 3 things we need to do. We need to draw in the tiles, we need to skip count to find the unknown side length or area, and then write a multiplication sentence for each tiled rectangle. So it's going to take you guys looking in here, seeing what information they give you, and what information is blank. So if we look at A, we actually are not going to draw in all the tiles because they're drawn in. We have 18 square centimeters is the total area. One side is 3 centimeters, or 3 centimeter units. And we need to find the other side length. This one is 3. We got to find this one. So we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to write that 6 in here because the 3 is already here, and that gives us the total of 18. So we would write, also write 6 cm here. Now on B, the area is missing, but we have one side length with the units drawn in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have this side length, but we don't have the units. So we're going to get our ruler and we're going to mark them out. So I'm just going to, since I'm using my iPad, I'm going to pretend I have a ruler. I'm going to measure another one there. And I'm going to put little tick marks in there. Another one there. Another one there. I'm going to draw those lines. Then I'm going to go tick mark there, tick mark there, tick mark there. So now I see that I have 4 rows, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go down here and make the multiplication sentence. If you remember, this is just an array. So we're going to do 4 rows times 5 columns. That gives us 20. So, and you can double check this by counting each unit if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 20 square units. Or for this one, they're telling us that they're centimeters. That's 20 square centimeters. Okay, let's look at number C. And we're looking for, remember there's 3 things that we're trying to do. We need to find the total area, but that's already given. We need to find 2 side lengths, One of them is given, and we need to find this one down here. You only need 2 side lengths, remember, to find the area. So the numbers that we have are 6, and we know that 18 is the total area, and since area is a total, we're going to put the 18 right over here. Because the total on multiplication always goes over here, and that's the total area. So if you know your multiplication facts, you know that 6 times something is 18. And if you know them, and you know that 6 times 3. Okay, so we have 6 times 3 is 18. We have our 6 rows. Remember, I'm just not using a ruler because I can't use one with my iPad. And I would be taking my ruler, imagining taking my ruler, and about right there it's going to tell me that is 1 centimeter. So we're going to draw that on down. We're going to double check how many columns do we have. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. And now we're going to double check that we have all the information. Yes, we have the total area, which is 18 square centimeters. We have 2 side lengths, the lengths of the side. Length means how long a side is. And we have the equation 6 times 3 equals 18. And on to number D, or letter D, I guess you could say. So here we're looking again, we start with the area. Is it looking for it, or does it already have it for us? And there it is. So we already have 24, and we can put the 24, the total always goes over here on multiplication. We have 1 side length, which is 3. We do not have this one or this one, so we need to know what the long length is. This is how long it is. We see the 3 here. So you can use your ruler to draw those out. But we need to know how many go along here. And you can do this one of 2 ways. One way is take your ruler and do the tick marks at every centimeter to see how many you need here. You could do it like that. Or you can look at your math facts. 3 times something is 24. If you know that, it's 3 times 8 is 24. And then either way, you're going to check it. So you're going to find 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 6 centimeters. Okay, that's what my ruler told me how many were in there. Obviously mine aren't perfect because I don't have the ruler. So how many across do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 8. 3 times 8 is 24. The total area is 24 square centimeters. On letters E and F, I'm going to have you go ahead and do them on your own. I'm just going to give you a quick preview here of what I did. I want you to see if you can figure out how I got to that place without me talking you through it. And then I'm going to go ahead, pause it, try and do those ones. And then when you're ready to go to the back side of the problem set, go ahead and keep playing. Yes, some good old-fashioned word problems. So let's see if we can try and figure this out. Remember, we're looking at these. You can consider these just like a puzzle. Things we're just trying to figure out, we're going to play with it. Lindsay makes a rectangle with 35 square inch tiles. She arranges the tiles in 5 equal rows. What are the side lengths of the rectangle? We're going to use words, pictures, and numbers to support our answer. Okay. So first thing is we know that there's a total of 35 square inches. So if we're thinking numbers, we can take that and start our multiplication sentence with equals 35. She arranges the tiles in 5 equal rows, but we don't know the columns. If you know your multiplication facts, it would help you really quick right now. Let's pretend that we don't. So we're going to build an array, or a rectangle with an array inside. And you may want to use your ruler, make it more square than this is. In fact, I'm going to go back and try and do a little better on that. Okay, so we know she has 5 equal rows. So we're going to make 5 equal rows. We're going to try to. And I did not do well there. Try again. That's going to be pretty close. So there's 1 row, 2 rows, 3 and 4 rows. I need 1 more row, so we're going to add that on. So there's 5 equal rows in this rectangle. And so we know this is 5, and this should be, that's what we have to figure out. 5, if I count by, I can count by 5s on my fingers, figure this out. 5, 10, 15, I have 3 fingers up. 20, 25, I have 5 fingers up. 30, 35. So it takes 7 fingers of 5, so that's 7. So I need to put 7 in here. Let's see what we got. Now obviously these aren't all square inch tiles. I know that this is 5 square inches. And this has 7. So another way you could have done it is arranged them, gotten the actual square tiles, and gotten 35 and built the rows out that way to build your rectangular array. So I know that this equals 35 square inches. Or you could have used number pieces to build it. So you guys have a lot of different tools you could have used. You don't necessarily need to draw all of them out like that. I want you to find different ways to do it. What you do need to have is all of this included and this included. So let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Oops. Mark has a total of 24 square inch tiles. He uses 18 square inch tiles to build 1 rectangular array. He uses the remaining square inch tiles to build a second rectangular array. Draw 2 arrays that Mark might have made. Then write multiplication sentences for each. Okay, so we know we have a total of 18 square inch tiles. So we have 18 tiles, and you can go get the tiles to build these. You don't have to do this necessarily with me. You can do your own. I'm just going to talk you through me doing it. And he uses, so we are being asked to draw 2 arrays that uses up all 8. No, one has 18. The other total of 24. So there's a total of 24 tiles. One of them uses 18 of those. So if you know your multiplication facts, you know that the thing is going to have a total of 18. Okay. If you know that, you could say 3 times 6 equals 18. So I'm going to do 3 rows. and 6 columns. And 6. And that would, and I would label it 3, 6 inches. That'll give me a total of 18 inches. And that leaves me with, if I know that 24 minus 18 is 6, so that gives me 6 more tiles I need to make a different array. And I could just go 2 and 3, because 2 times, I have 2 here, and I used all 6, so that would be, this one equals 6 square inches. So that's what I would be looking for, is looking for something like this, 18 inches and 6 square inches. So number 4, I'm going to go see if how you do with this. I want you to try and do it on your own. It's very similar to what we just did, just with a little different numbers. And that's for part A. And part B, I want you to give it your best shot. Don't worry if you cannot get it. And then when you're done with that, go ahead, turn it into the basket. And you will need to do the homework. Try and find a partner and do that with. It'd be really good to do it with a partner so you guys can talk about it together. And talking about it helps us deepen our understanding. And then after the homework, you do the exit ticket on your own. Alright? Good luck.